Hey guys, what is going on? In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you how you can decide on a business name, right? Now, the reason I put this video together is because I know how difficult it can be, right? When you first sign out on a business, right? It's like the name of choosing the website or the project can be crazy because it can take you a while to decide on a name, right? And it can be a process where it takes longer than needed, really, right? Because the first thing is, right, it is what I'm going to say is don't take it too seriously, right? I mean, yes, if your idea is growth and you're going to have an exit strategy and all that, I suppose you want to take your time, but don't take it too seriously, right? Because it's what you do in your business that's really going to count more than anything else, right? And the quality of your service or products. So let's get started, right? So what is the first thing that I do when I'm choosing a business name for a digital marketing website, for a blog, even for a new product or a new website, right? What I tend to do is I follow these rules that I'm going to share with you now, right? Okay. So the first one is when you're deciding on a business name, you want to make it relatively short, right? Now, by that, what I mean is don't have something that's, it's verbose as the word is, right? Having something too long and, difficult to pronounce, it puts people off. And if you're going to be running ads, you're going to be doing, marketing on this idea, then you want to be sure that it's easy to, follow and easy to understand. And it's not something that's too ridiculous to pronounce or to say, right? So the first thing is making sure that it's short enough, right? Now, I can't really give you a number of letters of how long I think it should be, the name, right? But you'll know, and just make sure that it's relevant to your target audience in some way, because if you can have a relatable word in whatever your new venture is about, and having a word that your target audience is going to relate to straight away, then it makes it a hell of a lot easier, because before you've even got anywhere like speaking about your business or anything, the first moment that a potential user or a lead in your marketing system sees your business and sees say your logo, for example, or if your business name has been mentioned, they're going to be able to see and hear that word that you're going to choose here, and it's going to be relatable to them, right? So they're going to get a good idea that, oh, this is relatable, this company sounds good, and it's not, it's not too long, right? So that's the first thing I would say is, make it short, but make sure that people can relate to it in some way by having one keyword if possible, right? And then you can have a spin on that word, right? So you can change the sound of it at the end, or add bits to it just to make sure that's a bit different and unique, right? But we'll come back to that in a second. Now, the second thing is, like a good indicator is to make it appear like a really strong brand, right? If it's something that you're starting out, is by making sure that there's the .com domain for it, right? And if you've got your new business name .com, then it makes it really professional, right? It makes it look like like you're a big company, or you're a solid, reliable company, and that makes people feel safe. It makes people feel secure, right? It's just one of these like social proofing type things. If you've got the domain of your business name, it just does look really good. So if you can find the .com domain for your idea, then that's another good positive indication in my things. Because at that point, imagine if you had a blog and you're going to do, if it's something that you're going to grow, then you could have subdomains on your domain, right? You could have email addresses to do with your domain, and when you put your ads out, it's not a massive name, right? And it's going to fit the domain, the target URL in terms of advertising is going to appear really simple on advertising platforms such as Facebook and YouTube and stuff. So it makes it really neat and short, and it just looks really professional. Now, the final thing that I want to share with you around choosing the business name is make sure it sounds professional, right? You don't want to choose something that's too gimmicky, right? Or, I mean, I'll give you an idea, right? So I recently watched The Founder, which was the movie about McDonald's and Ray Kroc, right? And in the movie, Ray Kroc talks about what drew him into like the McDonald's brand, and he sort of said like it just sounded easy to say and it just sounded right. You know, McDonald's is, he said, like, I think he said it rolls off your tongue or something like that. For those of you who have watched it, you'll know what I mean. It's a really powerful scene, right? And he's right in the sense that, you know, choosing a name for a business that you're going to put everything into or put a lot of effort into, it's worth getting it right. And the sound of it should be relatively professional, right? Because he said, for him, like Burger King it is what, you know, it's exactly what it is. It's like following this pattern. It's short. We've got the name Burger in there. I don't think it's too gimmicky, but he sort of felt like it was too gimmicky for him. But something like that would be all right. That Burger King, I don't think that's a problem really. But it's just to illustrate to you that, you know, choosing a business name that's professional and easy to say will pay dividends in the long run, right? So, because you whatever you are creating in this new business venture of yours, choosing the right name that sounds professional is going to help you to reach out to not just the kind of audience that you want and you know is going to grow your business bigger, right? But also think about these people who are going to recommend your brand, right? Or influencers that you want to work with, right? Who have also got your target audience. If you've got like a really long name or it's gimmicky and it doesn't sound professional, you know, one of the indicators at that point is people judge you on your business name, and you sort of want to make sure there's like a good level of professionalism, right? So make sure that you've got a really good level of professionalism about it, and that's really it. I mean, you can go online, and with what I've shared here, these 3 tips, you could go online and you could, I think like Wix, and Wix has got a good business name generator, but there's loads of powerful tools where you could go online and, you know, start to create a business name. Now, if you're going to use that generators online, right, name generators, you will just bear in mind what I said with number 1, make sure it's short, number 2, make sure there's the domain, and number 3, make sure it sounds professional, right? Now, first things first, to get started, if you don't even know even any words at all, right, just start off by brainstorming, right, and having your topic, whatever your website is, in the middle, and then off it like a spider diagram, and literally just in the spider diagram, just literally have different words that your target audience will know about straight away when it comes to your brand. Because if you can do that, then you can start looking at certain words that are to do with your target audience, and then you can literally start to put together following this technique that I shared with you today. So if it's short enough, it sounds professional, check out the domain, or, you know, use the online name checkers or generators as well based on your word. It will get you across the line, across that awkward hurdle about choosing a business name. And I think that's all there is to it, really. I mean, you can complicate the process, you can add bits into it, whatever is right for you, but I just wanted to share these tips with you about choosing a good business name, guys, right? So until the next video, guys, take care, dream big and live full.